It's under 50%. That's going to be a struggle.
What are the shop's response to that? Because that margin looks quite...
Shit.
Dangerfield, Dangerfield.
Alright there, me brethren. Today me not speak like traditional English. Not me am patois. Today me going to take the piece out of the product and thing. Because we go to the Dragon Den. I'm sorry about that. I've just got back from a holiday and I've got so much work to do. This is utter procrastination. Now, I've watched about, well, I can tell you, 70 seconds. What's that? Yeah, 1 minute and 10 seconds. And I'm gonna risk it from there. If this is rubbish, you'll never see this. Well, maybe that's for you to judge. Maybe you will see it and it's rubbish. I think I might be peaking a bit. I'll just turn myself down. Here we go. Never turn yourselves down, people. There's plenty of other people in the world to do that. Check it. Oh, if you're new here, a subscription would be excellent. I do a lot of these Dragon Den, just singular. And I also do live streams. Thumbs up is also good. Yeah, here we go. Oh, that isn't what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say was, when I interrupt too much, it's because I have to, because of the fair use lark. There's often times when I don't need to say anything, but I can't let it run for too long without getting in. Let's go.
One of the most famous rejections in Den history is probably Trunki.
Right, so Trunki was, I saw that one. It's like it's a trunk, a suitcase for children. Children tend not to wear suits. It's like a, what do you call it? A suitcase, a backpack. I don't know what it's called. A bag. You put something in it. A vali. A vali. That's what they call them in Cambodia. But so the kid can put all their holiday clothes and toys and bits and bobs. But they can also sit on it if there's no seats, and it's got like a lead or a stick that so the dad can or mum can drag them around the airports. They got the Dragons went, this is rubbish, and it's now a multi-million-dollar enterprise. So they do get it wrong sometimes. So that's what Trunki was, which he just mentioned.
A ride-on suitcase for children.
That's why he does that job and not me. It's a ride-on suitcase for children. Damn. Luckily, I'm not a writer, because, you know, it would be helpful to be good with words.
It didn't secure an investment, but it went on to big things, and now you see them in airports the world over. Well, I wonder if the memory of that will affect...
You're not a very weird-looking bloke in the slightest.
How the Dragons react to our next couple.
Met him at a speech he gave at what should we say, a bat for the other team biz entrepreneurs meeting. Yeah, a gay entrepreneurs meeting. I was there. Evan here, Ewan. I'm still glad not to know his name. He gave a speech. I fell asleep.
Who are pitching?
I didn't actually. I'm lying.
A similar product.
I wasn't engrossed though. Now, I'm not interrupting too much here for reasons I said before. I'm interrupting here too much because I haven't done a stream in about 6 days or made any videos and I've forgotten how to do it. Are you still watching? I really went overboard with the show the mechanism of the lift there. Judging by what I just saw, it's just another Trunki 2.
Hello Dragons, my name is Philip de Vogler and this is my wife and business partner Jessica Wang.
Now I'm going to say this just quickly, because that does just look like a Trunki, and our mate Evander already said about the Trunki. There's nothing wrong with copying another product. In fact, a lot of very successful businesses have done that. If you asked me, someone who has got a lot of quite successful entrepreneurial experience, what business should I get into? What should I do? I've got a bit of money, I've got a bit of time, I've got loads of motivation and energy. I'd say have a look out there, see what's doing well, copy it, but do it better. That would be my advice. So there's nothing wrong with doing something that someone else has done, but you've got to do it better, you've got to do it with better margins, you've got to improve upon it. Can't just do the same. Well, I suppose you could actually, but they've got so much going for them. They've got their branding, they've already established themselves, and you're just going to be sold in, pound shops.
We are here today to ask for £70,000 in return for 15% of our business. Our business is called ROOMII Toys.
Our first toy is called the ROOMII Monster.
Now, it's a bit awkward that I still don't know what it is. What is it? Roomi? I don't know. Not a great start.
A multifunctional toy children can play with.
Oh, ROOMII Monsters.
Ride on, and put their toys inside and pull along.
It has omnidirectional wheels. That means that the toy can spin around very easily in any direction. So it's a lot of fun for the children.
First thing I'd say is those wheels sound absolutely naff. They're plastic. They need to be rubber. Can you imagine that rattling around your house or an airport? No. No, that's awful. We thought we'd save money by not using rubber and bearings. These are the cheapest possible wheels.
It has a gently closing lid. It has
a terrifying shark-like mouth.
Rubber teeth. And it has a pulling hook at the front, allowing the children to pull the toy.
Allowing parents to pull the child. Yeah, Trunki it's called.
Thank you for your attention. Do you have any questions?
Can you manufacture this and brand it as quickly as Trunki and before you run out of money? That's all I'm interested in.
Is that it? Is that your pitch?
This is our pitch.
I like it. Short, sweet, and to the point.
Thank you very much.
Just like me, apart from I'm not short.
You know, he's a weird bloke, Peter Jones. So low on charisma, and yet money has bought him. He's bought him the attention. He's always cracking these and they're almost anti-jokes. You know, they take the form of a joke. They've got the rhythm and meter of a joke. If you're a foreigner. Like advertising, you know, when you go to a foreign country and the radio comes on and it goes, you know it's an advert because there's a certain rhythm and meter to marketing. Peter does that with his hilarious quips, but because he's Peter Jones, people sort of, great joke, Pedro. Oh. Pressed the wrong button. Sorry, here we go.
A Peter Jones friendly pitch.
Peter's response was exactly what I said. He knows that as well. And every time he gets that polite response, politeness, you can locate the precise historical hour of politeness and tactful human responses as the arrival of privilege at the same moment as privileged groups. And that's exactly what happened there. They both went, eh. And Peter was sort of like, he had that jolt that he knows. That defines his life. He can say anything now. And people will go, eh.
From Manchester-based couple Philip de Voglia and Jessica Wang.
Couple of classic Manchester names there. De Voglia and Wang.
They'd like an investment of £70,000 in return for 15% of their business.
So what do? Do you sit on it and you pulled along?
Yeah, well, there's several options. It's a ride-on toy in the first place.
Can you not demonstrate that?
Look, this is dark. This is dark. You know, he wants to humiliate them, which is why Dragon's Den is excellent, of course, because as soon as you get money, ambition, privileged groups and a massive gaping chasm of privilege. You know, you've got the needers here, the dreamers, the wanters, and you've got the investors. So you can start playing games like this. If he actually manages to get that bloke, I mean, the bloke ain't getting on that. The petite Asian wife will get on that. If this actually happens, while a part of me will die, another part of me will love the barbaric meaninglessness of modern entertainment. I'm kind of frightened. Those two things happening simultaneously. Oh, it's like a crack hit.
I'll sit on it.
Oh my God, anyone else coming? Sorry, what?
And I'll pull you.
Oh my God, what a turnaround. Look at him, look at desperate Pino Pilado. Did you see Pino Pedro? Peter Penis picked a, I'll sit on it, boing. And he went, I'll pull you. This is sexual now, certainly sensual, without a doubt. Look at him, look, he's already getting up. He got up before she even said yes, look, I'll pull you. Good grief. What a turnout. I do like watching her get on that though. I'm only a bloke, come on. I'll pull you.
You ready, Kelly?
Yes.
There's something wrong with that image. Oh, look at the way she's looking up at him. Pull me along, Daddy.
I'm ready, Peter.
Let's go.
Oh, no, that's even too much for me, and that is saying so much. We've got to have it again. What? Oh my God! Is it just me, or is this become? This is private. Surely this is the public-private distinction is in catastrophe at this very moment, recorded forever. Pull me, Peter. Did she say something like that? I need calming down. I need warming up. But listen to her and look at her expression when she says something like, pull me, Peter. She nearly said daddy, let's face it. That's what she's implying.
You ready, Kelly?
Yes, I'm ready, Peter.
Let's go.
Yeah, yes, I'm ready, Peter. Oh, look at the sensual erection he's having. Yeah, that was awkward. I bet her husband pulls her around the house like that on a PVC shopping trolley.
Stop.
What was that like?
What was it like? Was that a
Oh my God, did it vibrate perfectly for you?
serious question?
Meaden looks a bit gutted because no one would pull her along on a child's suitcase. No. And when, you know, it's moments like that in life that tell you how obsolete you are in certain aspects of the human condition. It's a tough life, children.
No, but was it comfortable or not comfortable?
No, not at all, but I'm 8 stone, and so...
Oh, 8 stone, she loved getting that in. No, but I'm as thin as a twig. Don't eat anything.
But I mean, it didn't feel unsafe, put it that way.
Thank you.
So unnecessarily sensual.
The dragons have had some fun.
The dragons have had some fun. He's obsolete. Horace said it to me the other day. He said, that Ewan, all he does is tell you what you've just seen. Now, I am doing that, but I try and offer some kind of interpretation. I try and give you a semiotic investigation. He doesn't. The dragons have had some fun. He actually told you less than what happened. He dilutes his own programme.
Road testing ROOMII Monster. But Kelly Hoppen wants to bring the conversation back around to business, specifically Philip and Jessica's competition.
I don't have children that are little anymore, so it's not something I would go and buy, but I do in the side of my brain see them being pulled around at airports and things. I mean, how many
Oh, really? What, like the other product it's copied from?
other products?
Oh, as if you don't know. And I am now going to guess that Trunki has already been copied at least half a dozen times. As a guess. Of course it has. This happens. There used to be a time and a place where you could you know, have intellectual property rights and patents and things. Now, they still exist, but very difficult to actually enforce in a global economy and global manufacturing base.
Are you up against similar?
I think our main competition will be coming from both toy storage and the ride-on toys. But the thing is, our
Intentionally not mentioning any brands, that's quite a cool move actually, but she'll get pulled on that.
toy is a
Although she'll get pulled on a lot of things. If you give me the choice, let's go, like the Asians.
multifunctional toy. So
Jessica, you know the answer to the question. Why don't you just say it?
I told you she'd get pulled on it. Yeah, but in fairness, Duncan, so do the dragons know the answer to the question. So why didn't they just say it? There's that privileged groups and that tact and that politeness again, and those who need to use it and those who don't.
Trunki.
Oh, bingo. That just explained what I said there, you see. They don't need to be polite. They don't. The privileged group doesn't necessarily need the tact. They often do use it though to avoid confrontation. But the den is confrontational. Yes. Oh my God! Oh no! Something amazing just happened there. Her instinct is to be deceptive. Her micro expression is surprise. She wants to lie. Her first. I'm still peaking. Sorry, people. Let me turn my recording level down. Her first response is to feign surprise. But it's just a split second before she realises, I ain't gonna get away with that. And then she laughs, and she's laughing at her own failed moment of deception. Check it out. It happens very quickly. The Asian woman's boat race. Watch. Oh, watch.
To the question, why don't you just say it?
Trunki.
It isn't though, because it's not a suitcase.
It's not a suitcase.
No, but they.
Oh, now whether it is or isn't the thing it is. It isn't a suitcase. Well, hang on a minute. What is a suitcase? Something you put something in? Well, it is. I mean, you could use a pair of trousers as a suitcase if you tied the legs together and put a tight belt on the top, just slung it over your back, or just carried it like a suitcase. Come on. Can't wait to see the in-depth discussion about what is something.
They've just said it's a combination of ride-on, which is Trunki,
Yes.
and storage, which would be.
It's home storage more. It's not a product that you can take to the airport because it's too big.
Oh, so it's not as good as a Trunki. It's not as good as its own competition that already exists and is branded. Okay.
It's much bigger than Trunki.
You wouldn't be
It's
allowed
not
to.
designed to be stowed away in the airport.
How much have you spent so far developing this product?
So far, we've spent £170,000.
Shit the bed. I can't remember if they already offered. I can't remember whether they said how much their business they're selling for how much. I'm sorry if I missed that. But 170 bags of sand is a lot of money to get a little plastic box made. Wow. Yeah, Jones's face is absolutely correct. I'd have thought maybe 20 grand max. Max. That's with branding and packaging. 170. They've already been robbed. They have just shown themselves as vulnerable entrepreneurs. Now, you can learn. Of course you can learn. But they've just been stung. If someone come to me to borrow money, I'd say, I'm skint. But if I had it and they told me that, I'd think, I can't trust you with my money. Because you've been had. You've been dragged up and down the road 1,000 times already. Good Lord. Good Lord. I mean, I'd rather have the 170 grand than that not as good product as its own competition. That's ridiculous.
On the product.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
You repeat that?
£170,000.
That's wow. Someone in China has just bought a lovely new condo, speedboat, with his money.
Well, do you mind me asking where you got that money from?
Personal investment.
He looks at her, whatever he says is now a lie, he basically means her father.
Investments.
Yeah, private savings.
My dad.
I have an apartment in China, and I sold that apartment to.
So dad bought me a house and I sold it and made this crap.
Found the business.
You got any orders at all?
We are at very early stage
That's a no.
as selling. We had a pitch
She's very beautiful though.
with John Lewis about 2 weeks ago, and we got very positive response.
No, a very positive response from John Lewis is, yes, can you make us 20,000 over the next 5 months? Not, yeah, it's good. We'll call you.
And we were asked to go back for a second meeting in a few weeks' time. And so far they have shown us that they are very interested in our toy.
Still haven't ordered any.
How much do they sell for?
69.99.
70 quid. 70 quid. What's a Trunki? I think they're about 40, aren't they? 40 or 50. And it does more. It does the same and more. You can take it to the airport. Now, the reason they were talking about size and that, you can only take something, what is it? I think out here it's 14 kilos and a certain size on an aeroplane. And, you know, if you've got 2 kids and they've got 2 of them, there's issues.
How much do they cost to make?
Now, this will be interesting. Right, I'm going to guess how much you should pay for something like that. After tooling, so the machine that makes it you've paid for. Each one of them, it's just moulded plastic, isn't it? Probably injection moulding. Tenner max. Tenner.
£25.
That's twice as much as it should. It's ridiculous. I mean, maybe they're only buying them in small amounts, and the company, you know, your MOQ, your minimum order quantity, they will sting you on that because they want you to buy more. So the prices go down the more you order, obviously. But 25 quid's terrible because then you've got the packaging. Well, maybe that is including packaging, but he didn't say that. He would have said landed if that included packaging. And shipping, maybe that's included, who knows. But that's ridiculously expensive. Because selling them individually, that's the retail price, 70 quid. So what are you selling them to trade for? What are you selling them to John Lewis for?
Including shipping from China, that is.
Okay, so it is landed. It's still quite expensive though.
So what are you offering them in at the shops at?
The wholesale price is £35.
10 quid. So they're making 10 quid. So that's a terrible margin. It's terrible. I mean, it's under 50%. That's going to be a struggle.
What are the shops' response to that? Because that margin looks quite
Shit.
tight for the retailer.
It's a bit tight, but they are positive about it.
Have they bought any yet or ordered any?
They like the uniqueness of the toy.
Yeah, they say all that sort of shit to everyone who walks in their room with a new toy.
They also do like the fact that
They haven't ordered any.
the product has won
Look at the 70s on that.
several international design awards.
Oh, wow, good.
What they'll like more than that
Yeah, he's earning money.
is when the product sells. Because the awards are lovely. But has anybody said to you, the margin's too tight?
And you got to remember, in manufacturing, it's the same as Hollywood. Award ceremonies are just marketing for the industry they're handing awards out to. That's all it is. Who benefits from them getting this award? The industry. And it will probably be like, I don't know, children's toy manufacturers who are getting their stuff made in China, for instance. It won't be as blatant as that, but that will be what delimits the people who can enter that particular award. So it's, you know, that it doesn't mean anything. It's more marketing.
Well, because we actually haven't, apart from John Lewis, we haven't spoken to the other parties yet.
Why not?
We're trying to get a foot into the door. And
No, you just ring them up. If you've got something good, they will talk to you. These people, buyers are desperate for products. It's their job. You hear this a lot on the den. Oh, we need your contacts. that can help, of course. But there are people whose job it is to stock their shops. And they don't want to be stocking shops with last year's shit. They want to be stocking shops with next year's shit. So they want people contacting them. It's their job. They don't want to have to how else do buyers find out about things? Alibaba? What Ouija board? Well, you know, what a great job having people ringing you up or emailing you, sending you photos, sending you little breakdowns. This is what it is, this is what it does, this is how much it is. Wicked, come in, we'll talk. One company they've approached. Not investable people.
And I guess in the next couple of weeks we'll find out more about this.
The tight profit margin on the product may be worrying Deborah Meaden, but family man Piers Linney has a different concern.
Family man?
I've got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect, you might think. So I'm just trying to work out, would I have 1 or 2 of these kicking around our house? I can't see it.
Making an absolute racket.
We've tested it with our own son.
And I'll tell you what, if me and my brother had those, the first day they arrived, we were only 2 years apart, the first day they arrived, I'm at one end of the room, he's at the other end of the room, 3, 2, 1, all day long, until either they're fucked or one of us, or both of us, is in A&E.
He's 3 years old, we didn't tell him anything, and he just did it spontaneously.
No way, a 3-year-old sat on something that looked like he could be sat on. Wow.
For how long then?
He started playing with our first prototype.
And he hasn't been doing anything since. We've locked him in a room. It's amazing.
And he just played with it, and so far we don't see any sign that he's bored with it.
We haven't bought him anything else, so...
Can you pass me one, please?
Yes, of course.
Right here. All right, there you go.
It's a disgusting looking thing. I mean, really uninspiring. Nothing cute about it. Aggressive looking. It's actually, I take that back. It's it's an unwanted combination of cute and aggressive. I call it cute-aggressive, which satisfies neither, but it satisfies your need for neither. I would rather wish I hadn't said all that. Let's continue.
If you lifted it up, could you insert a potty?
If he gets that bird with the curly hair to have a piss in that, I'll give him a tenner out of my own pocket.
That we haven't tried, to be honest.
We did put
there might be a possibility to do so.
Toys
Yeah, turn it into a little mobile ride-around shit-ass.
inside to show the capacity.
Maybe they could shit through the teeth and then munch the shit as it goes in. I don't know. Just coming up with ideas, me. I'm an ideas man, you know what I mean, yeah?
Capacity, 17 litres.
Oh, 17 litres of piss, though. I suppose, looking at it like that, you know, you wouldn't need to empty it for, I mean, that's got to be a week of kids' piss, isn't it?
16 and a half.
Oh, no, we'd have to be a big child to...
Yeah, I went down the same dark and grotesque cul-de-sac Pedro.
I was not thinking...
No, we don't talk about things like that, we're rich.
Thinking of that, by the way.
Oh, well, you were actually, because you said it. Oh, look at them giggling at poo and wee.
You could create a potty in the top of
I'm
it.
sure you could create a potty that...
Wheel it along. That's a good one.
Get your own.
Wee along. I quite like wee along. I prefer piss pusher. I can't wait to see how Evander's going to summarise this little jollity. Is that a word? It is now.
A lighter moment in the den.
No, actually, on a psychological level, quite disturbing. A heavy moment in the den.
As ROOMII Monster continues to capture imaginations. But is there something troubling Deborah Meaden?
There's something a little bit spooky about his...
Yeah, there you go. I don't want to get back to cute aggressive. That was another unfortunate cul-de-sac I went down today, but she's right.
It's almost like the face has been cut off.
Yeah, it really has. The eyes, everything's gone except for the teeth that are left. the stuff of nightmares. Please, I hope that bloke says. I want him to say that's why we rounded the teeth. I don't know why I want him to say that, because it's the sort of thing someone who's obsessed over their loss of their house would that's the kind of detail that they'd consider. They sold her house in China for that. Look at it. Look, 170 grand.
I'm not...
And by the way, that 170 grand was only on production. How much have they spent on all the other stuff? You know, staff. What's their monthly burn rate? How much are they spunking on the regular just to keep this nightmare alive? Look at it. Look at that. However bad your life is, you haven't done 170 big ones on that. So relax, my friend.
Not sure that a child wouldn't find a hippo or a tiger more exciting and
than a bit of both.
Engaging.
One of the things we would like to
Please say you rounded the teeth for that reason.
make available is maybe put for sale together some stickers so that the children can personalize the toy and they can then make it their own. They can put eyes on there, they make it, you know, the way they like it if they wish.
Yeah, based on a fundamental issue of the snarling dragon's skull you've got. There's not much you can do to change that.
Now that Deborah has talked about its face and I look at it, when I first saw it, I could just see the teeth.
Yes.
But I actually agree, it's actually a body without a head.
It really is. Look at the decapitation cart. My name is Wilskosgartha. This is a decapitation cart. Look at it now. Look, and the teeth have fallen into the top of the neck. That's amazing.
Okay.
It's
listen to them laugh. Our lives have just ended.
actually quite weird looking at
Yes.
it there without this face on it.
Yeah, it's the stuff of nightmares.
Do you mind if I... Right.
Please go ahead, you know. Please.
She fancies Pedro. That's why she asked him to pull her about, if you know what I mean.
Go ahead.
No, look, just do it.
I think we've got the solution.
Just ripping the piss out of them now. Shocking. That's my job.
Oh my
No, I'm
God,
sorry, Peter, that's worse.
Don't like it.
It's like it swallowed a small child.
Amazing. Just, this is, again, you know, all the ambition, all the money, all the stress, all the privileged groups going on. This is why this is great. They're just now just having a laugh at these people. And these people have got to go...
No.
There you go, you heard it. The universal sound of politeness.
ROOMII Monster's design may be award-winning, but it's not winning over most of the dragons.
No one's investing. No one's investing. Maybe someone will offer something. Maybe they'll go halves for of them, get half the business. Maybe. It looks too hideous. It looks too hideous, and there's better versions in existence, and they've already overspent. They've already proved themselves as failures, so sorry, people.
Will Duncan Bannatyne
Nope.
share those reservations?
It's not a great start.
I'm not entirely convinced about this. Although, I sort of like it in a way.
Oh, interesting.
Thank you.
That you don't put your money on something you sort of like in a way, though, do you? Certainly not all of it.
I don't think I'm going to take a punt on this. It's
There you go.
£70,000. But I would offer £35,000.
Called it for 25%. Maybe 20, but I reckon 25%. He wants to own half that business with another dragon.
But for £35,000, I want 20%.
She went, wow.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Imagine having to say thank you to that ridiculous offer. I mean, don't get me wrong. Get Duncan and Meaden involved. Get any two of them involved. You'll sell a load of these for about a year. They'll probably get their 170 grand back. Maybe another couple of 100 grand. They're going to be working all day and all night for that 2 years. But, you know, I think that's a bad idea. I would jettison this project now. Because even if you get that investment, you're going to be grafting. And when you work that out, when you think, well, hang on a minute, how many, we're doing like 80 hours a week for the next 2 years to get our money back and 200 grand, it ain't worth it. Start again. It's all right to fail. Start again.
Philip and Jessica now have an offer for half of the £70,000 they were looking for. Time for Kelly Hoppen to have her say.
She certainly opted on today, didn't she? Yeah, you can have that.
I don't think it's something that I actually want to invest in.
It's grotesque and frightening.
It doesn't seem like it's a business that I could bring much to. For that reason, I'm afraid I won't invest. So
Yeah, but Kelly, when you sat on it, it was the best thing you've ever done in the den.
I'm out.
The smugness of the rich. No, I'm out. Don't care. Move on. Get out of my sight.
So you've got no confirmed written orders?
No.
No one wants any.
I'm sorry, we can't. We just started talking to retailers. We have ordered a first container. It's now coming on its way. Our plan is to start with a soft launch.
It's not very soft, a container load.
That's. I'm trying to think how many of them you're going to get in a container. Good Lord. It's got to be a few thousand. Ouch. Everything they get told just hits them like a fucking sledgehammer.
I'll tell you where I am.
Nothing.
It's too much of a punt.
That's Dragon's Den code for its shit.
I'm out.
Wow, that's a new sound for the den. Why did they go all Submariner on us? Beating. Let's have it again. It was gorgeous.
I'm out.
Everything now rests with Peter Jones and Deborah Meaden. Will either...
That was a new swell as well. Hey, small things.
...be prepared to complete or better Duncan Bannatyne's earlier offer.
What am I going to say? What are they going to do? Pedro might go halves, but probably with Meaden more than Duncan. But, you know, they'll be looking at just, like I said, just get a year or so out of it. Get them two doing all the graft. Get them in a few shops. Get your money back. You know, get a few up. They'll both make about half a mil each off it. But they will have to do something more than nothing. And there's a million better ideas out there.
I don't disagree that it's good design.
Yeah.
I just think it would be more engaging if it actually looked a little bit like an animal or looked
rather than a horror movie prop.
Like something that they could actually engage with. But I don't think you're going to get me there, so I'm afraid I'm out.
Thank you very much for your feedback.
I can't see Jonesy going in with Duncan. Where are all these new sounds coming from? Maybe this is a series that I missed. Look at his head there. That's what Pedro looks like every night after gin o'clock.
Part of the bit about weighing something up is how good are the people in front of you.
If he says they're very investable, he's lying.
You're very investable.
They ain't. They have objectively proved that. So why is he lying? Because he's going to let them down. He's going to let them down. That's my guess. I obviously could be wrong, but I think he's going to let him down. So he's just saying something nice. Because it's easier, we get back to politeness, it's easier to say something nice before you say something horrible. It's better than him just saying, it's no good, bye. So you're really good, yay, ego massage, but this product isn't the one. You know, there's still hope for you. That's my guess.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Could I see this in some of the stores? Could I see it selling? And I'm kind of at the stage where I could.
Oh, sorry, I have to interrupt the tension because it's been going on too long. He knows it's no.
It's the margin that is
Pretending to be still mulling it over is just attention seeking.
the worry here, and I don't think...
Which is why Peter Jones has been on this show since the first series. The geezer's worth millions. He does this show for the attention.
You've got sufficient margin
And he's milking the fuck out of it. It ain't the margins, it's the product.
to launch this. I'm going to say, sadly, I'm out.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Look at those two. Let me just move my little head. Hang on, how do I do that? Oh, not that one. Oh no, I've ruined the illusion. Right, yeah, look at those two faces there, look. Hang on, look at me head, top me head out. Let's have a closer inspection. Because it's all gone wrong. They know it's failed. It's already failed. They probably have contacted other... She's just comatose. They probably have contacted other shops. And they said, no, we don't want it. Alright, let's try and get this back to some kind of normality. That'll have to do. Hang on. We can do better than that. Hang on. There you go. Where have I gone? Hello? Oh, hang on. Don't worry, I'll edit all this out. So when you hear me saying I'll edit all this out and I don't, you'll know that I forgot. Oh, come on. How do I select myself? Like that. There you go, let's just do it. Okay, well that was good. Very professional. Let's go.
Oh dear, sir, it's just me left in, eh?
Yes.
If another dragon had come in and matched me off, would you have taken £70,000 for 40%?
Yes, we would gladly accept.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. They would have taken 70 foul for nearly half of that business. That's to me, that's a red light as an investor. I'll be like, why? Why? Because it hasn't worked. I reckon they've contacted plenty of people and no one wants it. They haven't just contacted, I can't even remember who they said now, but they haven't just contacted one shop. That's just the one they got a call back from.
It's a real shame. I've got to say, I'm actually in for half it, but for all of it, I've got to be out. Sorry.
Talking in riddles, Duncan. Is that some kind of Glaswegian code?
So heartbreak for Philip and Jessica.
Don't hold back, Ivandi. Heartbreak. And he's right, though, because everything's resting on this. And this is another mistake entrepreneurs do. They just put everything into it. You know, everything is sacrificed for this business, and that is a mistake. Yes, you have to work. Yes, you have to be focused. Yes, you have to be dedicated. But yes, you have to live your life, because that isn't it. That is an attempt. That is an attempt at improving your life. But don't put all your eggs in that basket, because Peter will turn it into a portaloo. Let's see what happened to the, I can't even remember what it's called, ROOMII MONSTER. Well, I managed to find this on Kickstarter. ROOMII MONSTER cancelled. Pre-order your ROOMII MONSTER, a fun packed designer toy. What? Armani, is it? Your child can ride on, pull along, or use to store their toys. They raised $109 out of a 23 grand goal. 2 people. The geezer and his missus. Shocking. Funding for this project was cancelled by the project creator on 2013. Let's see what else I can find. Here we go, Company's House. This is them. I checked out Jessica Wang and the other fella's name. ROOMII Limited, also known as ROOMII Toys Limited, Tots to Play Limited, 123 Baby Toys Limited. They started there on Enterprise on July the 10th. No, 8th of July 2010. And they gave up, really, when the company got dissolved. In 2016, they put 6 years into this. 6 years. Think of the money. Think of the monthly spend. Think of, all, you know, in 6 years, the amount of different toys they must have tried. And I mean, maybe they've learned and gone on to better things, or maybe they got divorced and they now live with their own parents. Ta-ta. This is what it's like when there's no one else here. It's weird, isn't it?
Sweet, sweet, mama, sweet.